guys, it's me Winifred and I am back with my last tutorial for Valentine's Day. It is Friday, the day before, excuse me, I can't talk, the day before Valentine's Day. And I wanted to come at you this time with a little bit more of a traditional look with the bronzy eye and a red lip. But you know it wouldn't be me if I didn't throw in a nude lip. So I'm also going to do a nude lip with a little sparkle in the center of the lip to give you that nice Valentine's Day pout. Okay guys, so if you want to see how I got this look, you know what you got to do. Guys, we're going to start out by moisturizing our face. Notice I have nothing on today. Nothing. I've been trying this Embryolisse moisturizer. I have to say I can see why a lot of makeup artists use this, because it is actually quite gentle and it is quite moisturizing, and I like it. It's supposed to be good for sensitive skins as well. So I'm liking that. Will it replace my Lumiere? Probably not. Now on a norm, guys, I let that soak in just a little while longer and go about prepping other things. But for time's sake, I'm just going to go on ahead and prime my face. Instead of using my trusty Smashbox, I'm going to use Laura Mercier. And this one is in the color Radiance as opposed to the color Bronze. The Radiance, you know, don't let the color, you know, scare you from it, because it is quite light when it comes out. But as you can see, I am 460 Suede in Lancome's foundation. So I'm kind of like, if you're a deeper skinned person of complexion, I'm in the mid-tone range. So I just put that on. And my lips are all shiny because I'm moisturized them. I am going to dab on my MAC's Paint Pot and Laying Low just to blank out my lips, because my lips are rather pigmented. And in the viewfinder, guys, I am coming out really kind of washed out. Don't know why, but I am. Okay, so now we're all primed up, moisturized. What I'm going to do is take my most favorite foundation, Lancome 460. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques foundation brush. I usually just put a very little bit on the back of my hand. I tell you guys, I am not one for a lot of foundation. Oh, and I almost forgot. I've been really loving this, and this is Bobbi Brown's Corrector in Deep Peach. So if you're like my skin tone or a little deeper, you see where I have like a little darkness around my nose? This stuff, guys, it takes the darkness out. Anywhere that you have a little darkness or you might want to hide, like, see this right here? Just dab a little bit of this. It won't completely take it out, and I'm not looking to completely mask it, but just so that it's not as noticeable. And it won't be, because I'm going to go back in with a little light contour. Now, normally people would powder after that, but I really don't, because I don't use that much makeup. You can see I do not use, I don't use highlight right up underneath my eyes, because I am 50 years old, guys, and I just simply do not like the way it looks around my skin, and I don't want to risk it creasing now. yeah, you could say, yeah, powder up underneath. And if you're, you know, maybe in your 30s or 20s, yeah. But I just do not like that eye area, guys, with powder. I just don't. And that's just my own personal preference. And I don't think that if you don't need it, why do it? You all know that my motto is less is more for the most part. And here we go. This is the foundation. And I am really loving this. I'm going to want to probably later on try some more because, yeah, I know you guys will probably want to know how other products work. And here we go with my Bobbi Brown sheer loose powder in golden orange, guys. And I swear by this, I've been using it for over 20 years. And it does oxidize, so. And I love this for like all day. It lasts all day. And like I said, I don't like to cook anything up underneath my eyes. I think that just draws more attention to any wrinkles that may be camping out up underneath there. And I do not want to do that. So then next, guys, I usually just do my eyebrows. Brush them up. Again, my eyebrows tend to be uneven, sparse in some areas, and they're short. So, again, I do not like the real heavy drawn in eyebrow. I prefer the more natural approach. So I draw the tails on and fill it in. And then of course, if I need to fill it in anywhere else, that is what I do. But guys, it's just me. I don't like, and you all know this, I don't like a real heavy hand look. And that's how I draw this one in. You're kind of doing like a triangle, see where it's empty in between there, and then I just fill it in. Because my eyebrows do not go all the way to the end. I am not trying to get them completely even. I don't want them caca, but I don't try to get them real crazy even anyhow. Because in real life, I just don't think that exactly is how anything goes, really. Give it another brush to blend. And guys, you know I have to have my model in the bottom. And I make sure to set that brow. I have Anastasia's dip brow. I have actually two of them. Have I used them? No. Okay. So that's that. Then I'm just going to use today, I think I'm going to use Laying Low also for just as my base. And what I'm going to do today is a Valentine's Day look, but instead of doing a pink look, because I think I've been doing all pink looks and pink lips, I am going to do more of a neutral eye and do a red lip. And I apologize in advance for this being a little bit longer, because I normally do not take you through all of the steps I mean, I've taken you through with me doing the powder, you know, my everyday, but just not my foundation part. I've never done that for you. So I figured today, why not? So I do apologize in advance because this is going to be a little bit longer. Now, I usually like to carve out my eyebrows. So I dip into my concealer, which is the MAC NW35. And you can see, I get that throwaway brush, the Urban Decay throwaway brush that we got with the Naked 1 and 2 palette, or 2 and 3. And I use that to kind of carve the eyebrow a little bit more. Just like so. And I don't use an overly light concealer, guys. Again, because I prefer more of a natural look with everything. Again, when you hit a certain age, I believe less is more. And it's also more attractive. I think, well, at least for me, I, for the most part, don't want everybody to say, oh my gosh, all the time. Oh my gosh, she's got pretty makeup on. I want them to say, oh, she's nice looking, not too bad. And more times than not, even when I was younger, I used to get more compliments that, you know, they liked the fact that my makeup was more or less natural. Now, I'm not knocking anybody because sometimes I like the more dramatic look too. But if I'm going out on a date, I prefer more of a neutral look, and then you can buff it out. Especially if I think I might get a little romantic afterwards. You don't want the guy to look at you and say, oh my God, so much makeup. Now, if you've been dating for a while, then, well, all bets are off. Now, what I'm going to do is take the diffuse crease brush, the Sigma E38 brush. You all know that. Dip into my favorite Makeup Geek transition shade, which is the Frappe. That is going to act as my transition shade. Both sides, guys. Just to give me a little definition. Then I am going to jump right in with this Mocha shade. Now this is a little deeper in shade. I'm just going to come right below, almost in the crease, a little bit above. Then we're going to blend that out. Just to kind of give you a nice graduated effect, kind of. Then I am going to, this is an excellent shade if you're a deeper skin tone. It's Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie. I'm going to put that right on top of that concealer. And that is going to act as my highlight. Then dip maybe back into that transition shade to buff that highlight out a little bit. Then guys, let's just, I think I'm gonna jump into Makeup Forever. Still kind of a neutral shade, but it's a more of a sparkly shade. It's one of their diamond shades. And I'm just gonna put this all on the lid here. And this is just gonna give that a nice little something extra when the candlelight hits. You'll get a nice little shimmer glimmer, just a little. Then I'm gonna take Makeup Geek's Corrupt, guys, and I am going to go right into that outer V area right here. Give me a little bit more, just a little bit more definition in the outer V. Again, guys, you don't want to go with anything too much because, again, this is a romantic evening. So you don't want to, how do I want to say? You don't want to look too overdone. I'm going in with that 217 and just kind of diffusing that a little bit. And if you want to touch it up a little bit more, a hair bit more, you can. But not too much, because in my opinion, I don't want it to look too, you know what I'm saying, too made up. I mean, you want to just diffuse that out a little bit and into the crease. But you want that concentration out in your outer corner. I want to keep that inside of my eye nice and bright. Circular motions there. And I am going to take my Urban Decay Perversion liner and line that eye a little bit. There we go. All right, guys, I am going to go off camera, put my eyelash on, come back, do my lips, and finish doing my face. Guys, eyelashes are on, the other eye is done, and I hope this is not looking too washed out for you. It seems like it is. Why? I don't know. I haven't changed my lighting, but it's a little light outside, and I have the draperies drawn, so I don't know why. It's looking a little washed out. So me personally, I would probably keep the focus on my eyes and wear, of course, a neutral lipstick. But I'm going to just give you a couple of options. Me being the ever so neutral girl, you know, I'm going to do a neutral cheek. So I would probably use these two lighter peachy brown shades. Nothing pink, peachy brown. Just the apples of the cheek, very lightly. That's it. Maybe do a light contour. And for that, I would just jump into my Ben Nye pressed powder palette and reach into the Adobe color, that one right there. And take my MAC 109 brush, dip it in there. See that? Start right back towards the ear. Come up. And you want to brush that powder going upwards, guys. Not down, because you don't want to look like you got a beard. So you kind of want to start from here and then brush it up. And carve it out just a little bit. come over here, do the same. And you see it just actually emphasizes what's already dark on me. That's not makeup, that's me, guys. Then just come around the forehead, deepen that up a little bit. And if you want to, around up underneath the chin. It depends on what you have on though, because a lot of times I steer from that. And there. Now, normally I wouldn't do this, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it so I can show you all how I normally do it. Jump into that same color, lightly contour my nose. Sometimes I start up from the eyebrow and come on down on either side and up under like that and right down to that point. So kind of like a little diagonal, real light. Start right up here, right here. Come down. Like I said, up underneath. Right up underneath your nose. Down. And then just brush that in on either side. That gives you a light, natural looking contour. Again, I don't think for a romantic night you want to go for any kind of a hard angles. Guys, that's just me. That's my preference. See how it just gives you a nice little definition up around here. Now, if you're going for a little more editorial look at some other time, yeah, by all means, you can use a darker color, but I say for now, no. Just a slight little definition, and that's all you need. Okay, and so then I have a Real Techniques foundation brush, and this is how I highlight, guys. Little bit right here in the center of the nose. Little bit on the forehead. I do not use a crazily light color. Little on the chin here. Cupid's bow. I highlight right here. Not up underneath my eye. I mean, if you want to, that's fine, but I do not. A little bit right up underneath where you contoured. That's just going to make it pop out a little bit more. I've got my beauty blender. It's dampened. And just take it and pat it out. And that is what I do, guys. I do not like I said, any kind of attention right up underneath my eye. Although, I mean, you can do it if you want. Me, I prefer not to. My eyes, I have sensitive eyes and they tend to tear up. And that would just be a hot mess for me. And also, like I said, depending upon your age, I don't know that is such a good idea anyhow. But my eyes just tear up. Now this right down the center of your nose, guys, just take your finger, blend that in. That's what I do. Blend that part in. Now, what I normally do after that is take my highlighter in Magnetic Appeal. This brush right here from MAC, and then just kind of go over that and it kind of blends it in. That part that I highlighted with the concealer, just go over that. And guys, it's not as noticeable right here, but you will notice it when the light hits. Your cheeks are just gonna pop. Make sure I put a little bit of that right there on the nose, on the forehead. Now, I don't put this because it's a little shimmery. I don't put this on the jaw up underneath the contour. I don't do that. I just put it on the higher points of your cheeks, your chin, your forehead, and your nose. Then if I want to pop it out a little bit more, I take Perfectly Poised big fan brush from BH Cosmetic. Just kind of lightly dust that over and go over the highlight one more time. And guys, this looks really, really pretty in candlelight, by candlelight rather. I like that. Now, sometimes to give it a more of a blend, I'll take the my little kabuki brush and blend it all in. And if you want to kind of give this a little bit more definition, like see, mine really doesn't have too much of a definition. I take a little bit of that brown powder that I use to contour, stick it right in between here. And see where it gives you kind of like a nice little dent, and if you want to, right up underneath here. I think the whole idea of Valentine's Day to me is just to look sexy. Now, you know, I am going to give you a nude lip option. I'm taking the Hodgepodge and lightly going around the lip just to create a little shadow in the corners. I'm going to pop my wig on in a minute, but I kind of wanted to give you a full view of the eye. Then I'm going to take Siss. Now, to me, when you put a nude lip on with a smokier eye, this is not real crazy smoky eye, but it just brings the attention, the focus to your eyes. And that's usually what I like to do. Okay? Then take a little bit of Myth. Again, that's a kind of like a pinky kind of a nude. And just pop that upper, lower, center. That's it. And there's your Valentine sexy eye. Now, sexy eye, sexy face, I think it's approachable. Most guys don't want to kiss your mouth when you've got all that red on. Now, I think what's also really pretty, guys, is Makeup Geek's Utopia. Look at that. Now, for this, if you want to, you could do one of two things. You could pop it right here in the center of your eye. And I think I actually kind of like it in the center. Just pop it right in the center. I think I put a little bit too much. It's on the eyelash a little bit, but that's okay. And you could do it with your finger as opposed to a brush. And I got a little bit of it on my eyelash, and you might want to wipe that off, but that's just such a pretty sparkle. Now, guys, imagine that in the evening or by candlelight. That little bit of sparkle right there in the center. It's really pretty. I like that. Now, if you want to take that lip up a little bit further, and I used to do this too a lot, is you dab a little bit of it on your finger right there in the center of your lip. See that? And it just gives your lip the nicest little glow. I like that. And I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but it gives your lip a nice pouty center glow. And yeah, I'm liking that look for Valentine's Day, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you'd rather have more of a traditional ready lip, or if you like more of the nude look. I'm gonna put on a red lip, but I kind of like this nude look too, guys, because it brings the emphasis to your eyes, so you can seduce with your eyes or whatever. So yeah, I'm liking that. Now the next look I'm gonna do a red lip. And I don't even need to, guys, I don't even need to blank it out, because this is such a nude lip. All I need to do is just apply it real quick. I got Giorgio Armani red gloss. This is option number 2. Don't get me wrong, because this is a pretty lip. There's your other option. That's your red lip. So guys, tell me which one you would wear. Okay, yeah, guys. So tell me what you think. Would you wear the red one, or would you wear the neutral? I think both of them are pretty, but for me, I know you all know that I would wear the neutral lip. But this is pretty as well. So there's a couple of nice options there. All right, so real quick, let me tell you what I got on. This is not an erotic piece of jewelry, but it is a love piece of jewelry, and it is a mother and child pendant. This being the mom, this being the baby. And let me see if I can get it off, and I can give you a closer look. Okay guys, I did kind of want to give you a closer look. It's so contemporary. This one being the mom, the bigger piece right here being the mom. You can see the face, and this is the child. And I just kind of wanted to give you a closer look. It's not an erotic piece of jewelry, but it is still a piece of love jewelry, because it's the love of a mom and a child. And I love this piece so much because it's very contemporary. Very, very contemporary. It's a nice solid piece of sterling silver, and the shape is rather contemporary. So yeah guys, I kind of just want to show you all that, and bear with me while I get in focus here. And yeah, so that is it, and I think this is going to conclude the Valentine's Day series, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.